there, Pisces. I had to go back and redo this beginning, so I apologize if there's going to be a part where it doesn't flow very good, but this is your reading for the next 72 hours. I appreciate all of you, and I already kind of meditated over the cards and asked for divine light to give us the information for your reading. So it's going to start right off the bat with the archetype deck. All right, enjoy. And I find if you draw two, they usually go together really good. You can usually figure out more. The vessel. Oh my gosh, I was just going to say that looks like the medallion. That's weird. That's what I was thinking when I pulled that out, was it looks like the medallion. And then we have the seed at the bottom. Don't discredit or discount the seed, the bottom card. Something you're creating. Something you're creating from scratch. All right, the vessel. The vessel is what contains the all. Can be talking about your own body, treating the vessel good. But it can also talk about like the home that contains the family, the car that contains you when you drive. We could go as far as to say the ozone layer that's wrapped around our earth. So it's something that contains something, okay? And it keeps, and if it's cracked, it's no good, but if it's all solid, sturdy, and together and treated right, then it works good. So the medallion, that is about a gift passed down from your family, from your ancestors. It has a little bit of a warning for this card that if it is an actual item we're talking about, because I can also think of spiritual gifts that are passed down from your ancestors too. But if this is like a personal gift that's like jewelry or something like that, you have to make sure that you clean it, like do a banishment on it, some kind of ritual to get it clean, sage it. Just wipe clean any negative things that might have been attached to, items that are secondhand. Definitely, just make sure that you know what you're getting into and that you clean those energies. All right, so the vessel and the medallion, and like I said, this could be spiritual gifts. I always get that some people might get passed down gifts that they don't even know about yet, like hang on, let me adjust this just a little bit. Yeah, so psychic ability, clairvoyant, or maybe you're the type of empath that can grab an object like a medallion or a piece of jewelry, something that has a history, and you can see the past while holding the object. That's a specific type of empath. There's many types. That's just one. But it does remind me of that. It reminds me that everybody might have a specific thing that really makes them stand out, and it's something that's been mastered over the years because it's been perfected by your ancestors, perhaps even you in your past life. All right, wisdom from the Oracle deck for Pisces, please. For Pisces, wisdom of the Oracle deck. Ooh, that's nice. You know what, everybody, it seems like everyone is getting that message. We have orphaned at the bottom. If this relates to you, I'm sorry. This is a card about not feeling like you fit in. So it might be you or someone around you. It's not as important as these two other cards that came out. So let's focus on those. Never-ending story. Message in a bottle. Now, the Never-ending story, if I can remember correctly, it was a movie about you being that warrior in your life, and it was about bravery and courage and you being the one that has to fight for something. And it looks like this little fairy or whatever she is really distraught. She's just got her hand to her head like, gosh, over and over and over type of thing. But I think it's meaning lifetimes. It may be about a story that keeps playing out in your family, like a storyline that for some reason keeps happening in your family too, in the past. And that might be the never-ending story. Maybe your job, like being here right now, is to reverse or change or stop your karma, your family's karma. Just to stop it completely, because our beliefs shape that. You know, it's a belief system we have in place that makes us think we have to carry this stuff on. We really don't have to. Easier said than done, right? All right, so then we have message in a bottle. This is about receiving a message, either like through clairvoyance, like the medallion. Yeah, either through clairvoyance, psychic ability, inner knowing, but getting a message that's innocently words coming from somebody else's mouth. Maybe even be, honestly, like a gas attendant. And maybe the gas attendant says something to you, triggers a memory, and there's a message in there for you. Maybe your loved ones passed on. They're trying to get this message to you. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So it does mean a psychic in your midst, and whether they know it or not, like the card says, they could be innocently doing something. All right, so spellcasting deck. Spellcasting deck. Oh, I think I saw new beginnings. Yay. And home. Home. Nice. All right. Yeah, new beginnings and spirit guide. Interesting. All right. So spirit guide is trying to come to you in whatever way they are able to. And I think what they're wanting to do right now is remind you to be open for the signs. So pay attention. And when you pay attention to synchronicity coming in, probably from your spirit guide or your angels, when you pay attention and you notice them, they start coming in larger numbers for you. And that new beginnings card, it looks beautiful. It's a whole land that hasn't been explored by you. There's a little bit of mystery in it, but there's that big bright sun, kind of different from the Fool in the sense that you can see without your head being completely up in the air. You can see what's out there, and you can see that there is light there. And there's water, lots of emotions. Really nice. That's a really, really nice card. I like that one. Okay, let's get you a guardian angel card, and then we're going to turn to the tarot. So guardian angel, goodness. Oh, I would have to go on the floor. Oh. Okay, sorry. I had my gallbladder taken out, so I can't really bend very well. Okay, Angel of Balance. That's your card that came out. Angel of Balance. And Angel of Happiness on the bottom. So Angel of Balance comes in when you may be fretting that something is off balance. Something isn't quite right in the moment. Maybe it's one of these topics that's out of balance. You know, we have home life, vacation, eating, spending money, what direction you're going. All these things need to be in balance. And I think a Libra too when I see that. Let's do your tarot. We are going to do the tarot and just see, we'll shuffle it and see where it lands and what kind of meaning we can give it by where it lands. New beginnings after an ending, guys. New beginnings after an ending of some sort. Goodness, okay. We're going to stop right here. We have 7 of Cups on the bottom. Beware of self-delusions, but also know that you have many choices to choose from. It can mean something to that. Okay, Angel of Balance is because something either needs to be viewed from a different perspective. We have kind of Virgo energy here. Either something needs to be viewed from a different perspective, or there's a little bit of self-sacrifice in this card. seeing things from a different perspective, and a waiting period. And maybe that's what needs to be kept in balance, is the time given for things to work. Like, give yourself time. We have Angel of Balance coming in with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Whew. So much on your mind. So much is on your mind that it's composing too much. It's too much of your time spent worrying and staying up, sleepless nights, because you can't focus on anything but this issue, this thing that you need to bring into balance. So just be careful with that. It can knock off your sleep patterns and everything. You see that, and that death right over new beginnings and spirit guide. It's definitely your spirit guide connecting with you and acknowledging some kind of closure or end of a chapter that happened. Acknowledging that with you. Look at that. So this is what we're opening up to. I think this is what your spirit guide's wanting to let you know. This is what you're up now. Either this might be even inheritance for some, not all, but you know, because it's attached to the medallion too. I think this is about stability, about having a happy, balanced home life, having more than enough money, honestly, if you see that coming in. And maybe it's an ending to a different way that you used to view things. Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So there was a never-ending story, probably about always having to pinch on money and having like a scarcity viewpoint or lack, like you focused on that, and that's why you're so upset. But this is a waiting period. There is a big act of love coming from the universe. Can be many paths opening up for you to find your ultimately new beginning and a really stable life, prosperous life after that. There's two pets too and a little girl. So yeah, these were right underneath these. We're leaving that mentality, that greedy mentality, because people are usually grabbing on to every last thing when they're afraid of lack, right? So they can become greedy because they're afraid of lack. But I wouldn't worry about that. I think you've got that coming in. It's a brand new start of love with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. Can be a child, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It can be an addition to the family. It can be news of anything brand new starting that's an emotionally fulfilling thing. And then the Star. So this is Aquarius, but this is ultimately representing your hopes, your desires, your dreams. I don't think in the past, I think there was something that came to an ending because it wasn't really part of your dream. I think there was always a look at the life that you'd created, knowing that there was something that was off balance, but you just kind of lived with it. And doing that, you're not being your authentic self. So all right, and I did hear a quote about that. I think it's from A Course in Miracles. He says, when you don't accept others for who they really are, then you're not getting to know anybody. So your perception is off. Like you cannot possibly know people very well if you don't accept them for who they are. Pisces, sorry, I had to add this part in. Your tea leaves at the very end. I didn't do them, so I'm going to do them right now, real quick, while I gotcha, before this ends. All right, so here's your tea leaf cards. Flowers, happiness. Fan, romance, celebration, or party. Tower, solid foundation and success with effort. A quill, get back to the basics. And then we have the month of February, and a wedge, someone trying to come between something you and someone else, like a friend, or between you and something you want. All right, sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me. Bye, Pisces.